Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. This is general or collective, and take what works for you, leave what doesn't. Also, this is a timely reading, so if you are watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it has been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? All right, I did a quick meditation beforehand, so to see if I could tune in a little bit to this energy. We have the Knight of Pentacles as the underlying energy for the reading, and the Knight of Pentacles is indicating that there is some sort of communication, information coming in regarding the Pentacles. And Pentacle energy in tarot is health, wealth, and happiness. A big part of that, of course, is money in the 3D. But you could have all the money in the world and still be not living your lifestyle that you want. So this is more than just about making money and the physical matter on the earth. The pentacle does represent the element of earth, so it is about earthly matters and physical matter on earth, but it's also about what matters to you and your lifestyle. And the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving of all the knights. He is could take forever to come in with this information. His horse is totally and completely at a standstill here. And, he could have a board meeting with himself to brush his teeth. So but the good news is when he does come in with the information, the communication, it's usually a solid offer. And it looks to be like I have him sitting right above the 10 of Pentacles, which is the most pentacles that you can have in tarot. So let's see what kind of information he brings in. And we have an Empress here from my Oracle, Tales from the Vector. This is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. This is the very first painting I did of 64 back in 2007. I started this. And these are really big paintings. This is a reproduction. And the Empress is considered like the generator. She's sitting on a quartz crystal generator. And she has the Pearl of Wisdom here, a Lumerian crystal on her tail. And this lapidolite is on her helmet here. And the lapidolite is for connecting your heart and your throat chakra together and activating all the chakras in your body. The Empress is in the major arcana of the tarot, and she is considered to have the qualities of all four queens from the minor arcana. So this is talking about very high level manifestation here. And definitely you might be waiting for some information to come in regarding pentacle energy. And it's going to be good news by the looks of it. The Empress has reached this potential because she stays on her destined path, and she manifests that with ease. She goes with the flow, basically. She doesn't buck the current, and she just allows it to happen as it does, and makes shifts as needed. Now we have the energy here of the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is the one card in tarot that's really talking about 100% making money. This person is literally making money. And so this energy is talking about, starting a project, and you're either on the second pentacle and you have 6 to go, or you already have 6 done and you only have 2 to go. Now, this can sometimes also represent illegal money making. It can be, like money laundering, counterfeit, forgery, that type of white collar crime. But we'll see here, because the reason I'm bringing that up is we do have the Two of Pentacles here. And it looks like someone's juggling coins here. So the Two of Pentacles is talking about, usually it's talking about multitasking, being really, really busy. And the thing about multitasking and being really busy is you start off small, but then before you know it, you can be we have a small ship on a small wave, and then it goes bigger and bigger. And it's talking about how you start off and then the next thing you know, you're busy being busy. And this is talking about understanding how much to take on, basically. How much of your time, your money, your energy are you going to invest in, just in different projects if it just keeps you busy. This is saying if you multitask too much, you could end up with more quantity than quality work, and having to go back and do things a second time, getting in a loop, making mistakes, that type of energy. Also, this card is saying juggle your options, but never juggle your morals. So with the energy here, we also have the 10, like there's a lot of pentacle energy in this reading. The 10 of Pentacles is representing the most pentacles that you can have. And it's in tarot. And it's talking about, it's a windfall that comes maybe unexpectedly after a time of hardship, basically. So this is being very busy making money to improve your lifestyle. And now the 10 of Pentacles is talking about ultimate, like all of this energy is the most important part of this reading for sure. This is talking about, you hit the golden buzzer, or an investment came in, or an inheritance from somewhere, a trust, something happens where you really make a lot more money than you were expecting. And it also, makes a huge upgrade for your lifestyle. So it's saying like you have the ultimate lifestyle. You have the partner, and you're living in the perfect neighborhood with children and pets, and you even have time to stop and chat with the neighbors. So after some sort of hardship, and this sometimes can represent that energy. This could be working 2 jobs. It could be, going to school and having to work as well. Sometimes this can talk about, all work, no play kind of energy. And then we have here, finally, you get to this point, it looks like, and we have peace of mind. So it looks like the hard work really has paid off here. And whatever this energy is talking about, definitely this is manifestation at a very high level. This would be billionaire, trillionaire energy. It's the most that you can have, right? And this is talking about needing to take a rest, putting your mind to rest more, like overthinking and not wanting to be overthinking anymore. This can be talking about putting your mind to rest and meditating and praying over a situation. Now, I don't know if this is saying that this energy was from the past and you were in this difficult situation where all you had to work and work and work, and there was, you were clearly very busy making money, like that was your goal. And then you've arrived here and now you're at rest, and it's talking about putting your mind to rest, not having to think about this energy. All right. And I don't know if this energy can be talking about working on this project so hard, but this windfall comes in and now you don't have to work on it so hard. Or because you worked on it so hard, this windfall comes in. It just depends. And this is basically saying that you want peace of mind, and that you are praying, meditating, going inward to see what are my next step. And even on this window, the stained glass window, is the word Pax, P-A-X, saying peace of mind. Then we have the energy of the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords, so I feel this is talking about what happened and how you ended up here. And we want to know. We want to know, Empress. We want to know how you ended up here. So this is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is considered to be the coldest of all the 4 queens in the minor arcana. She does, she is that way because she's been there, she's done that, and she has the t-shirt. She's tired of bullshit. She doesn't want to put up with any more bullshit. She does have her left hand out, so she's willing to receive from this knight here. But she is, and maybe the Empress. Now, sometimes this energy could be if it's talking about her journey to becoming an empress, this could be, okay, this is the story of it is, and this is talking about how she became an empress. Or she could be totally separate. We don't know as of yet, but it's sitting on this windfall. And also it's talking about meditating and praying to have this come in after hardship. And definitely that describes, like, the Queen of Swords is talking about the element of air. It's your thoughts, mental intelligence, discipline of the mind, having to really quiet your mind and figure out, like, all your worries, like getting into that energy of, I'm going to manifest. She has her head above the clouds. And maybe this is clarity for the first time in a long time, because there's a lot of clouds here. She does have the sword in her right hand, and this is representing her thoughts at the time. And she's like, come towards me, but you better come in correct or off with your head. She's like not in the mood for any bullshit whatsoever. The other energy, if it's not talking about the Empress's journey, this could be talking about a queen that has gone really cold-hearted. And she's like, give me what belongs to the Empress. I want that. And she's been trying to work on getting that in some way. So let's see what's going on. Disappointment in love. So this is talking about juggling. So, remember we said don't juggle your morals. And this is talking about juggling of morals. And on some level, I feel like this has affected money. Now, this definitely can happen. The Queen of Swords is the most likely of all the queens to be divorced or separated. And this is talking about disappointment in love. So putting two and two together. And it's sitting on this windfall of money and this juggling of lifestyles. So she might have a partner, or she might be the one that has been in this energy of, there's 3 cups here. Now, in tarot, the cups are about love, quite often romantic, but it can be about love of anyone or anything. And it also can be something you love to do or be. So it looks like this energy here is talking about a third-party energy if it's romantic love. And with the 2 cups and then the third one. And the 4th cup sometimes can be the gift of the ultimate gift of love, which is a baby that has been produced from all the juggling. And babies are expensive, especially if they're born and it's the third party energy that is having the baby. So there's something going on here for sure. This could also represent someone, romantic partner, business partner, family, friends, whoever this is, community, that you've given them 3 chances and they're asking for a 4th, and you're like, 3 strikes, you're out. I am not having anything to do with you in my life again. Generally, this would be people that are in your inner circle. And then this can also represent an energy of having been working on a project and trying to launch it like 3 times and it just doesn't take. And you're and the universe is saying, give it one more go. And you're like, oh, I just can't. Or you've had 3 romantic relationships and the universe is saying, go, get out from underneath that tree. Here's someone else coming in. And you're like, oh, I'm done with love. I can't deal with the disappointment anymore. So this is a lot of disappointment. But you can't really just sit there. Well, some people do sit there for the rest of their life and they never love again, and they're, or they never do their best to start a business again. They just say, I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. And fair enough. Sometimes life can be really challenging, but there's all these opportunities here. And this is what this card is talking about. This card has been coming out a lot lately. So basically what it's saying is we're all like black holes, like sucking in opportunity. Like the Queen or like the Empress energy here. This is Ange Extasia, and she actually her spine is made up of all these crystals. She's the crystal queen of the oracle. And, she planted all the eggs in the ground that became the crystal veins all around the world. So this is talking about, she's from the Patagonia Mountains in Brazil. And the energy here is talking about like being able to manifest at a very high level like this. But you have to be able to see the possibilities and the challenges. And you can see each of these cups has a gift in it, but it's in a big black cloud of smoke, so you can't really tell. Like they're wrapped. This is talking about being wrapped up in possibilities, being wrapped up in problems, you know, like, and so this is talking about you have to be able to, you're like a black hole sucking all this energy in, but like a black hole, you're the center of your universe, and you have to choose which way you're going to spin it. Like, which of these cups are you going to invest your time, money, energy in? And can you see the possibility within the challenge? And so we have a cup of beauty here, and beauty is a beautiful thing to have. Your outward beauty, and there's so many things we can do these days that, you know, if we don't like how we look, that we can, you know, do cosmetic surgery and all sorts of ways to be more beautiful. But when people focus too much on their outer beauty and they ignore their inner beauty, you're not going to be truly beautiful, and it will show. We have a shrouded figure here. We don't know what's under that figure. It could be good, could be bad, it could be ugly. We have this energy of a snake, and the snake, some people would say, you know, a yellow-bellied coward slithering through the grass. Or someone might say, what a wonderful opportunity to shed my skin and release anything that is I'm hanging on to that's bothering me, so I can move forward and manifest. Then the castle, you know, castles are beautiful to have, and we love, I mean, they're beautiful, and but quite often they're built on the edge of cliffs, and so they're hard to access, and they're very large, and they're expensive to keep. So sometimes this can be an energy of really wanting that big castle and then ending up being house poor. So it ends up isolating you. You can't do any, you know, all you can do is maintain the castle. Castles take a lot of time, money, and energy to maintain. And then we have the bouquet of flowers. You know, flowers don't compete with each other. Oh, I'm more beautiful than you, or oh, that flower is way more beautiful than me. Flowers just bloom, and then they open their petals to the light. So are you going to keep closed, or are you going to, you know, are you going to be part of the bouquet? And then we have the laurel wreath. Laurel wreaths represent victory, and they also lay them on coffins. We also have the power of dragons here. Some people feel all dragons are evil, but there's, you know, just as it would be with people, some dragons are evil, and some dragons are bring good fortune and are powerful. Like the dragons in my oracle, they're from the future. And then we not from the past. We have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is talking about the he's the one, this is about offering a cup of love to someone. Now, the King of Cups is the most traditional of all the kings, and he's most likely to be in a traditional marriage or offer a cup for a traditional relationship. He's also the most emotionally available, and his energy is about that energy of being emotionally available and wanting to offer this cup. But he can see how cold the queen is at this time, and he's like, yeah, she's not likely to say yes now. So he's waiting to see if she, you know, for the circumstances to change. When there's rough water like this, it's talking about volatile emotions, mixed emotions, and, you know, chaos. And so he's in the eye of the storm. He's totally calm, and he's just patiently waiting, but he does have his right foot forward. He's ready to offer this cup of love. Sometimes this can also represent your patriarchal bloodline, like your father, grandfather, great-grandfather down the line. And it can also represent like people you look up to as father figures. You might be a father. This could be the father of your children. This could be like uncles, male cousins, brothers, that type of energy. So we have a king that wants to offer a cup of love here. And look at the queen has her back to him, but she's open to a better lifestyle. So let's see what happens now. Okay, we have temperance. So he has a lot of patience. He could be an earth angel energy, talking about having that ability to contain his emotions. This can also be saying for you, if you're going through a challenging time right now, Don't let your emotions overcome you. We're in some very emotional times right now, astrologically, as I do this reading. It's like the 7th of August. There's just a lot of tension in the air. And it's, this is temperance, is when you stay devoted to your path. You don't take shortcuts and do things that you shouldn't do to be successful. You stay determined to work away at it, that type of energy. You don't juggle your morals, and this is also talking about being patient, and that recognizing that there's a time and place for everything. That's the energy that the king is in. And I feel that this is his energy here, talking about, adding his own alchemy to the universal pool, grounding that onto earth. And we see there's 2 beautiful flowers growing here. And we have the path of glory with the sun in the back at the hill. That's talking about God's energy and being on your path of glory, your destined path that you're on. And in the Bible, it says that God sends 144,000 chosen ones down to earth to be like earth angels, people that are patient like this, and that are emotionally available, and someone that you can trust. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune turning. So the Wheel of Fortune is saying your luck is turning. Like if you've been hard at work at something, and you've had to put up with a lot of bullshit and disappointment in love and people not doing what they're saying they're going to do. That's the type of energy here. Waiting a very long time for this success and just wondering, when is it going to come? It's saying that, you've taken advantage of all the opportunities and you've kept in this Earth Angel King of Cups energy. That this can be talking about having the love for yourself, but it also can be talking about that love and money are on their way, and this is the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. And on this wheel, there's actually 3 wheels, and past, present, and future all coming in together into now. It's saying pay attention to synchronicities. Some people call those coincidences, but if you manifest like Ange, the Crystal Queen, you will understand that people who call synchronicity coincidences rarely manifest with synchronicities. You have to recognize them. And so the past, the present, and the future coming together. And on one of these wheels are the Hebrew letters for the name of God, which is Tetragrammaton. And Tetragrammaton is a sacred geometric symbol symbolizing equalization of all forces and divine order in all. So everything is coming into order in your life because you've stayed on your path of glory and honored God's plan. Now we have hard at work here, making money, very focused on that, taking all the opportunities, ready for love, and the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor after disappointment. And this is talking about having the patience to do so. And it does require, like this energy here, a lot of patience to get to this level. And I feel this is talking about, this could be talking about people that were wanting to take from you what was yours. And you had to do a lot of prayer, meditation, and you asked the divine for help to stay on your destined path. And because of that, this windfall is coming in. And the windfall is coming in because you didn't juggle your morals, and you stayed and you got up from underneath the tree. If you would have just sat there, nothing would have happened. And a lot of times people will say, well, nothing ever happens good. Well, the universe wants you to take action. So this is a good reading. It's talking about manifesting at a very high level. Now let's see. We're going to clarify with my oracle cards. And the numbers on these cards represent the paintings as they are in my gallery and my website, talesfromthevector.com. And look at that. Okay, so in my oracle, the vertical cards are talking about the maestros, and the horizontal cards are talking about the problem or the medicine for the problem, basically. And so the Hierophant energy is talking about traditional structure. Now, in the 3D. So this is about working in the way of, like doing things the proper way. The Hierophant is responsible for bringing justice in from the spiritual realm to the physical. So judgment happens from the Most High on the spiritual realm, and it's brought down to the physical earth. And it goes through the spiritual channels at first. So if you're a religious person, that would represent, the leaders of your church, your religion, like Pope, Cardinal, Bishop, Guru, rabbis, that type of energy. If you're more on the spiritual side and you don't have the intermediary that would represent prayer and meditation to connect with the Most High without the intermediary, bringing that energy down into the physical structures of law and order, courts of law, etc. And as I said, if this energy here has been engaging in energy to stop this to come in from you by, money laundering, counterfeiting, whatever that is, this energy, it's saying that there's going to be justice for you if there's been any of that kind of activity, because we do have juggling of morals here now. That can be about you're saying that this is basically someone in your inner circle. Now, it could be your significant other, someone that, your lover, your spouse, your that kind of energy. Or it could be other people like business partners, friends, extended family, that type of energy. And because right here we have the karmic space of attachment. What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. Well, now that doesn't sound very fair, does it? So this energy here could be talking about, this is your wheel of fortune. What's coming in here is meant for you. But I feel this energy is saying, I want it instead. I deserve it more than you. And so this energy foolishly feels that they can take what is meant for your destiny to go forward on your God-given path. And they should be focusing on their own God-given path like you did. Because you sometimes hear about different readers not talking about destiny swapping. And destiny swapping is like black magic energy. And black magic only works if you believe in it. So if you don't believe in it, be aware. Remember the Wizard of Oz, the person behind the curtain. A lot of times people use technology to make it look like they're powerful in that way. So just be aware of that. There's also the Strength card here, integrity. This is talking about, right on here, this energy of disappointment in love and all the ways that we talked about it. So it is saying again, having the integrity to go inward and stay, look at your shadow side, take a look. How are you doing things? What are you doing? Because you want to stay on your destined path to be able to, this is talking like you're not going to get this, you're not going to get someone else's destiny because you want it and you think that you deserve it. Now, you might get it for a while, you might slow it down, but eventually the shift is going to hit the fan, and the truth always comes out. And so if you don't have integrity, you are going to end up being the one disappointed sitting under the tree. If you're lucky, you'll be under a tree. And then we have here the safe travels. So this is basically saying, like, when you're on the right path, but things aren't working out for you, and you're doing things as best you can the proper way to be on your destined path. The hermit stops and goes and asks the Most High for help. He climbs the mountain, isolates. When the North Star energy fills the lantern and shines light on his rod, he comes down from the mountain, and that's when he takes action. So it's saying, like, you have to have the strength and the integrity to really look at what is it about yourself that is holding you back. Because if you can't see the possibilities and the challenges, then you're just going to be stuck sitting under this tree, or you're going to be like in this energy where you want to take someone else's destiny and actually thinking, and like, think about this, thinking you're smarter than God, because you're not. It's not the person It's God. This is God's plan. It's right at the top here, and this is sitting right here. This is how you do it, not this way, not by saying, "Oh, I want it," even though it doesn't belong to me. And then jealousy, karmic space. I'd rather be better than bitter is at the top here because it's saying to follow your true destiny. You have to have the patience to do so, and the devotion. That's when you get to the top of the pyramid in reality. And this is on a spiritual and a physical level. This energy here is talking about there could be sibling rivalry, but people who want to be like, everybody can get jealous. There's no doubt about that. But it's taking jealousy to an all new level. And people who want to do things the correct way are like, I'd rather be better than be bitter. And people who are in this energy would rather be bitter than be better. Or they'd rather be better without doing the work, one or the other. And then they're bitter because it didn't work out. Jealousy, we can even be jealous of our own selves. We can be jealous of how we were like 5 years ago. We might have been 20 pounds lighter, you know, and our wallet might have been fatter. That type of energy. That's a lot of people are going through that type of energy right now. So just be aware, you know, and, you know, sibling rivalry, we're all, this can be actually in your family because there's a lot of energy here about that inner circle energy. But it also can be talking about, you know, we're all brothers and sisters in the world. You know, we all have to get along in on the globe here. So I think this is a really good reading. It's talking about how to manifest God's way as opposed to doing it your way. All right. I do hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for your likes, comments, and subscribes. I really do appreciate them all. I'll be back with another random shift reading for you soon. Bye for now.